Good day everyone. This presentation about the study on challenges faced by the youth entrepreneurs on achieving the growth of innovation and sustainability on entrepreneurship in Malaysia. We are from group 16. My name is Tanusha Anaperempuan Balan, matrix number A19B0943. My co-partner is Ranjani Anaperempuan Loganathan, A19A0811. Chapter 1 Introduction. Young entrepreneurs love to sharpen up their business skills, and their business challenges pave the way to innovative ideas in the business domain. It leads to developing a positive outlook among youth entrepreneurs to utilize it as an opportunity.
Next is the problem statement. Entrepreneurship has become an important subject of investment, and thus government are taking all the possible steps to solidify its footing in economy. However, as we say, it's easier said than done. The process of entrepreneurship from the day of inception of idea is a long on having its own share of problems and challenges. The lack of resources, knowledge, accurate information, legal complication, and negative social environment make the process more tedious and painful. This problem discourages many young individuals from taking up the opportunity due to fear of losing and failing in financial crunch, and thus for this reason it's become important to comprehend the subject from youth perspective and list all the vulnerable areas. The promotion of youth entrepreneurship is one of the possible tools for the poverty elimination and economic development through job creation of young people.
Next, research questions. There are 3 research questions we conduct for the research proposal. First, what the type of startup assistant is being perceived by potential youth entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan. Second, what level of entrepreneurial intention is being perceived by potential youth entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan. Third, is there a relationship exists between type of startup assistant and entrepreneurial intention among potential youth entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan? Then research objective. This paper presents a review of the literature aimed to determine the challenges barring entrepreneurs among youth entrepreneurs and to identify the strategy, the growth of innovation and sustainability at entrepreneurship. First, to determine types of startup assistant as being perceived by potential youth entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan. Second, to determine level of entrepreneurial intention as being perceived by potential youth entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan. Third, to examine if a relationship exists between types of startup assistant and entrepreneurial intention among potential youth entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan.
The research hypothesis. The first hypothesis is there is a relationship between types of startup assistants and entrepreneurial intention among potential youth entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan. In the next slide, we can see the conceptual framework. In this slide, there is independent variables and dependent variables and also moderator variables. The independent variables are the types of startup assistants. There are 3 points in the types of startup assistants. The first one is the lack of financial and human resource. When the youth entrepreneur is lack of appropriate and access to cash at affordable interest rate, it is a significant obstacle for market expansion. The next one is lack of role models or family. There is a lack of role models or members of the same family to look up to. It is important for a person to have regular access to adults who are appropriate, who are not self-destructive. Negative role models and negative connections can lead to bad decisions. The next is the lack of broad knowledge base. In general, a knowledge base is centralized repository for information. A public library, a database of related information about a particular subject. And what is could all be considered to be examples of knowledge bases.
Next, research design. This study made use the descriptive research design. In the process of identifying the gaps, systematic literature review is done between year 2022 to April 2016 on Sustainable Development Goals and Innovation within Entrepreneurship. The research in the epidemic outbreak, the teaching and learning research using entrepreneurship keyword on Procust. Mythen, Science Direct, Google Scholar, same relevant industry report and blog are also taken to get insight.
Sampling frame, which 150 questionnaires distributed and 100 respondents are selected for youth entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan, representing the sampling frame of this present study. Population. The population for this study involved is 100 youth entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan. Sampling technique. The target population of the study was 100 youth entrepreneurs among UMK students between age 18 and 29 years. At the time of the research survey, the challenges currently engaged in various business activity on the micro and small enterprise. This study adopted a non-probability convenience sampling method.
Then instrument. The survey showed up to be the foremost prominent approach utilized by the numerous analyses, as well as its rich Hutch district of the populous secure and resulting diminishing distributional predisposition in comparison with other approach. Typically, the most excellent investigators with well-specified research subject and express answer.
Besides that, validity and reliability of the instrument. The test-retest reliability assessment of the data collection instrument was conducted. A set of questionnaire was first distributed to the 10 subjects of the study.
Next, I will explain about the plan for data analysis. For the first research objective, which is to determine the types of startup assistance as being perceived by potential young entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan, the variables is levels defined as a relative degree as of achievement, intensity or concentration. The measurement is the relationship between the types of startup assistance as being perceived by potential young entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan, and the scale implemented is interval. The statistics is descriptive statistics. The next one is to determine the levels of entrepreneurial intention as being perceived by potential young entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan, and the association between the independent and dependent variable are evaluated in terms of its correlation, magnitude, and the direction of relationship is the variable. And the levels of entrepreneurial intention as being perceived by potential young entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan is the measurement, and the scale implemented is interval, and multiple linear regression is the statistics. For the last one, to examine if a relationship exists between types of startup assistance and the entrepreneurial intention among potential young entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan, the variable is association between the dependent and independent variable are evaluated in terms of its correlation, magnitude, and direction of relationship. And the measurement is the relationship between the types of startup assistance and entrepreneurial intention among potential young entrepreneurs in Kota Baru, Kelantan. Scale is interval, and multiple linear regression is the statistics.